Our teachers, contrary to what some people may think at your age, not as unsavvy as you think, and you're down and you got your hands in here and I don't know what you're doing in there, but they're going to assume you're messing with your phone, and so they're going to ask for your phone. Okay? Don't play those games with our teachers. Okay? That's just not to be negative. That's just not a battle you're going to win here. Okay? Leave your phone. Don't be using it. It's one thing if it's visible, but don't be using it. Okay? There's your offenses: 2-hour detention, 1 day of ISS, leads to OSS, that sort of thing. Like the alternative room. Teacher has to go to the alternative room, you go. Nothing happens on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth offense. It's like it never happened. Same thing with your phone. Take your 2-hour detention, move on. Don't mean to brag, but I've got pretty good children of my own. They've all served it, all but one. I tried to catch her and I never could. But all but one served detention for having a cell phone now. Okay, it's not the end of the world. You're going to get a laptop. Okay? I don't know when you're getting a laptop if you don't have it yet, but you're getting a laptop. You need to take care of it. There's a policy up there that talks about appropriate use of that laptop. Okay? And with that, I'm going to talk, just kind of weave it all together. We have this program called Gaggle. What Gaggle does is anytime you're signed into your Cleveland County Schools Google account, this program monitors what you're doing, what you're receiving, what you're sending, what you're writing. So if you have a shared Google Doc because you're on a class project and somebody decides to use that as your pseudo makeshift texting chat session, yeah, we know. And all of a sudden someone says, yeah, this, insert your favorite bad word right there, XYZ, da-da-da, it's going to flag it. Us 4 administrators, we're going to get an email that says, Johnny Jett has used a bad word on his Google Doc. Or you're at home and you've taken your phone and you've used your laptop to charge your phone and you got some pictures on that phone that you've texted to a friend. It's going to catch that. And we're going to see those pictures, or somebody's going to see those pictures, or you've sent a video. Don't do it. Okay, we've taken laptops, we've suspended people. Okay? And once it's out there, it's out there. So be very, very mindful of that. Only use your school-issued laptop for school business and appropriate school business. Okay? And when you connect that phone that's logged into your Cleveland County Schools account, it's going to pop up. If you have more questions, ask your teachers, but please don't. We will take that device, and then you're going to be behind. You're going to be at a little bit of disadvantage in those classrooms. Like Mr. Stevens said, we're not going to allow people to continually disrupt our environment here. Okay? You may not be, that person that starts fights, and you may not be that person to turn over this or whatever imagination you've got. But if you continue to disrupt class, if you're in the alternative room and you're there every week, Miss Bradshaw knows your name, your address, she doesn't even have to look up your number to call home, she knows your number by heart. That's not a good place to be. Okay? But we'll take care of that. Sometimes those people, they get to go to the alternative school. Sometimes those people get suspended continually. I don't know what your goal is here, but I hope everybody's goal in this room is to graduate. And you can't get there by being in the alternative room and by continually disrupting class. And at some point, we make the decision that it isn't about you anymore, it's about the other 18, 20, 25, 30 kids in the classroom. Back to the locker piece. We've had some questions, or I've had some questions about the book bags. And, a young lady yesterday had a purse. That purse was, I think I could have packed for my vacation in that purse. So just because it looks like a purse, if it's the size thing, and that's a safety issue. But because of that, there's to mention about taking your gym clothes to weightlifting, and then might mention, I talked up here, you can take a string bag to regular PE class as well, as long as you've got PE clothes in it. Okay? So PE and or weightlifting, you can take your string bag as long as it's got PE clothes in it. You got books and stuff in it, then it becomes a book bag. I know it's a matter of semantics, but gym clothes. But everything else needs to be in the locker so that we're going to practice fire drill next week. Imagine if we had a classroom of 31 big old bags like this sitting in there. We couldn't get out in time. The teacher can't get up down the rows to monitor and help you with your classwork at time. So I just wanted to mention that real quick. Listen, if you have any questions, if you have a question about a bus still today, you can have a teacher email me. I need your name, that's great. The most important piece of information I do need is an address, a name with that address, or you can come see me. If you already are on a bus, but you forget your bus, ask us out front, we'll get you on that right bus. If there's a problem with something along those lines, don't hesitate to let us know. Go to lunch tutorials. My daughter is a freshman in college. I told her the 3 most important rules: go to class, go to class, go to class. For you, it's go to tutorial, go to tutorial, go to tutorial.
Whew, that was a lot, wasn't it? The reason we talked about those things is because those are things that we have to deal with. I want to introduce 2 more people to you that may be helpful to you, and I want you to recognize their face. Ms. Dellinger, she is the Freshman Academy Director. Her office is located upstairs in the Academy. So if you have questions or concerns, you can see her as well as any of the administrators. And Ms. Myers is right here. She is the 9th and 10th grade counselor. She has 2 offices. She has one office that is beside Ms. Messer, between Ms. Messer and Ms. Campbell on the freshman hall on the bottom floor. And she also has an office in the front office. So if you have questions or concerns, feel free to see these ladies, to see us. We are here to help you. The reason we want to be clear about this information is because we're not a gotcha type administrative team. We want to help you be successful, and that means for you to follow these rules. Sometimes, like Mr. Fleischer mentioned the cell phone, that's something that we have more discipline with that than anything else. And it affects all kinds of kids. He talked about his daughter. My kids had that. My husband killed a 8-pointer and was sending pictures to my freshman at the time, and his phone's blowing up as he's sending all these pictures. And of course, you know what happened to him on that Friday. He got his phone taken. I was ready to beat him and my husband when I got home. And then, he went without his phone. He had to have his detention. So cut your phone off and put it up. Because sometimes the very person that's contacting you is your parent. Okay? We don't want that to happen. Also, those of you who have band or PE or even classes across the street, you cannot take your book bag to 4th period. You cannot take your book bag to 4th period. A lot of times you're like, boy, sure, I've got to go. I'm in a hurry. We do not allow book bags in any class period, okay? If we allow you to take it to 4th, why shouldn't we let you take it to 2nd or 1st? So just because you have a class that's, like I know band's far away sometimes, you'll have time to get to your locker, but you cannot take your book bag. Just a reminder, because a lot of times they're like, I'm going to band, I got to take mine. I just want you to know you cannot do that. This is something that's really, really important in this day and age. Sometimes people make bad decisions. It could be a young person, it could be an adult. If you see something around this campus that is concerning to you, might be on social media, might be a stranger that's lurking somewhere. If you see something, say something to an adult. You can send an email, you can tell your teacher, one of the administrators, but if you see something that seems odd or alarming, say something. Mr. Fleischer and Mr. Tipton both mentioned something about how a lot of times people will say, so-and-so's got drugs. We don't tell who told us that, but we will investigate each incident. And almost, I would say 90% of the time when somebody reports something to us, it's actual information, and we're able to follow through and get those drugs off our campus. And so if you see something, say something. We will have drug dogs come in and go through our lockers and stuff, and that's just because we want to provide a safe environment for every one of you. So please make good decisions so that you are not impacted negatively, because that's what we're here for, to make sure that you have a safe school in which you learn and are successful. At this time, we are going to go back to our first period class, and we appreciate your attentiveness and hope you have a great day. Thank you.